Welcome back to Monza, where it is time for a critical qualifying section for 6 of the drivers. They need to get it right here. There's 2 points available for pole. Let's see whether one of them can get it, or will it be another driver in this field trying to end the season on a high. We've got a 2-part qualifying session coming our way, Monaco style basically, and we'll talk you through which groups will each of the drivers be in. We've got 3 and 3 in terms of the championship, in terms of the drivers in the championship battle as well. So a very interesting session coming up for FIA Formula 3. We've got cars at the in the pit lane right now. We've got a beautiful sunny sky out there, and hopefully laps at the limit coming our way. A very exciting qualifying session coming our way indeed. And for our championship contenders, it is going to be critical to get it right here. If not, they are leaving themselves with a lot of work to be done in the race. A huge risk in the race as well. Let me just add, when everyone is battling, Monza has the biggest brawl of them all in the Formula 3 calendar, so it's often very wild indeed. So, first of all, running in Group A, so that's the drivers who are going to go out for the first 13 minutes are Mini, Fornaroli, Ramos, Stuka, Stromstead making his debut in qualifying, Boyer, Browning, Shields, Esterson, Noah Leon, Tommy Smith, Lawrence Van Hoopen, Tassanopoulos Pruvazak, Joshua Dufek, and Piotr Wisnicki are the 15 drivers that are going to be participating in this session.
Bonjour.
So it'll be interesting to see how they are going to be able to get on. Hello, Megan. Well, it's time for the 2-part qualifying then.
Woohoo! I can be confused.
Absolutely. So how it works, of course, is they all battle for rows. We're going to, whoever is the fastest in this group is going to guarantee themselves a place on the front row. If this group's time is quicker than whoever, so the driver who goes fastest in this session, if their lap is fastest compared to the other group, then this group will start on the odd side of the grid. So that's first, third, fifth. That's how that works, and we'll explain more, of course, when we do go into that second group. But whoever goes fastest in this session is at least guaranteeing themselves a spot on the front row. Second or first, we'll need to wait for the second session to end to see whether it's pole or not. But even if it isn't pole and the driver starting second, topping this group is going to be critical, because if you are able to top this group, at least you've got yourself a spot on the front row, and it's a long run to turn one, which means if you are second, you've got a huge chance to take the lead.
Okay, I think I know how it works now that you've explained it.
Right. Okay. So
I find it good that qualifying I don't know how to describe my words. You know when you think words, but then they're just like...
Yeah.
They want to come out of your mouth all jumbled up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Lovely.
Not very good for a commentator, is it?
Yeah. Well, we've got 13 minutes of this session. We already have wasted 2 of them. Esterson though going out on the circuit as well, and Gabriele Mini will be preparing himself. He's in this group. Both of his teammates and other championship contenders are in the other group. So in terms of the championship, we've taken you through who's participating in this session, but we do have Mini, we've got Fornaroli, and we've got Luke Browning in this session. Those are the top 3 in the championship, and it's time to get an interview with Gabriele Mini.
The traffic and the messy situation that have been there the previous years, because there are just less cars, but it also means that there are less cars to wait for, so it means that we will go slower to do that, to let someone by. So I mean, I'm not really too worried for that. I think it's the same situation for everyone, so we'll just see how it goes.
Mini explaining the new qualifying format for Monza. We're used to the 30 minutes that we get at every other Formula 3 week other than Monaco, but now we're doing the Group A, Group B format just for this weekend. Possibly a test to see whether it can be full-time next time out. The thing is, though, it could work, it might not. Yes, it reduces the whole grid by 50%. It means that we don't get a crash like we did last year. Well, we still could, who knows. But it does mean that the drivers are still going to be hunting for the toe. It's just less of them, but they're all still going to be hunting for that toe as well. So don't be surprised if we get some of those traffic jams that we saw earlier. But yeah, before I was interrupted by the interview, Bogdanovic, Lindblad, and Christian Mansell all in the other group. Those are the 3 other championship contenders. Those are the ones who need every single advantage they can get. And Group B gets the advantage on the circuit at least. They've got a bit more of a ramped up, better circuit. So they've got the advantage. And Bogdanovic, Lindblad, and Mansell all need it because they are the ones sitting in 4th, 5th, and 6th. And the top 2 in the standings, Mini, Fornarelli, and Browning, all are in this first part of the session. So we do see the Group B have a little bit more of an advantage. So they're more likely to be starting on pole and on the odd side. But it can change around, and it can change around. We have seen it previously that even sometimes if Group B have some errors and some mistakes, that it's Group A who take it, and they're already starting to back off Megan as well in this session. So interesting stuff. We could be getting some of the traffic jams already.
Oh, I really hope that we are. I know that despite there being things to try and prevent traffic jams from happening, they're going to end up finding a way to make a really big traffic jam and possibly take each other out really quickly.
Yep, as we had, of course, last year. This year, they look to be behaving more. It was a team's decision. So it was the teams that decided that they would like this rather than no one getting a lap, because we usually get that where just no one is able to get a lap. Let's hear from another one of our championship contenders, Luke Brown.
Previous years, everyone wants that toe, so everyone's going to queue up for it. With there being less cars, there's less likely to be any trouble, and also less likely to catch traffic, whether you're at the front or the back of that train, so there's not a big clump in the middle. So yeah, I think it's good. Hopefully it should be more consistent, and it'll allow the person that's actually the quickest to have the right opportunity, which I think is the right way.
Browning agrees with it. So usually you'd have 30 minutes of setting qualifying laps. You can see some drivers diving into the pit lane. Now that's a tactic to allow basically someone else to go ahead so they can dish you the slipstream without, of course, slowing down. So you can see cars are coming in. That's to allow a few more other cars that have decided to stay out on the circuit to go by, and then they are the ones getting the slipstream. And then, of course, they're doing it in a way where they aren't slowing down purposely on the circuit and causing any of those issues, because most of the time drivers behind won't pass you. That's where we get all the pile-ups and stuff, which we got last year. So some drivers diving it in, hoping that others continue on, but quite a few of them diving it in.
I bet it's always like a crossing fingers thing, just like, please do what I need you to do, please do what I need you to do.
Yes, absolutely. Lindblad watching on. The driver we were talking about earlier in Formula 2, of possibly getting promoted to Formula 2 next year, and a possible future world champion. Well, Megan, what was your thoughts on Antonelli finding the barrier in FP1?
I only heard it. I didn't manage to see it, but I was just thinking, oh my.
Here we go, traffic jam time. Well, it seems like it's began. 15. We've reduced it to 15 cars on the circuit, and we're getting a
12 of them.
Yeah, they're all slowing down between Lisbon 1 and 2.
12 of them are currently affected by this.
Joseph Loke doesn't know what to make of it in the pit lane. He will be out there doing it himself. Oh, that a nose cone of a Formula 3 car that has come off somewhere. So was there a touch with all of them slowing down possibly? And there's a bit more debris.
And red flag.
Oh! It seems like there has been some contact. That is Lawrence Van Hoopen, who has got a damaged car. The red flag understandably called, and you can see he's damaged his nose cone. He's also had some contact with the tyre, and that's Lawrence Van Hoopen's session done before it even properly began. And that is gonna really interrupt it. 13 minutes on the clock, Megan. We've got one lap time, which isn't a proper lap time. Yeah, we don't even have a proper lap time on the board. Now everyone's gonna have to do this procedure again, because in Formula 3 you need like 2 or 3 laps to warm up the tyres. So now this procedure has to happen again, and it could be one-shot quali now.
Oh, that was going to be entertaining, but he'd only just come out the pit lane.
Oh my god, was it Kasper Stuka who had anything to do with that one?
Wait a
The camera's
minute.
trying to put the
Who's
blame.
16?
Oh,
Who's
yes,
the
it
16
is.
one?
Punctured tyre for Kasper Stuka. So yes, Kasper Stuka was the one who caused that trouble with Lawrence Van Hoopen, and we cut to the debris first. Then we realised what had happened. Now they're all slowing down.
it's
We
here.
are looking for the orange MP that's coming. There we go. Oh,
There it
and there's
happened.
contact between those two.
Oh,
Stefan Van Hoopen.
I broke the car. He got the distance in front of me, man.
Oh my god. Well, that is just, that's just wild. They're all slowing down between Lismo 1 and Lismo 2. I'm guessing Stuka wanted to get also in the train. 'Cause you're not going to pass everyone, are you?
tell you what,
he's gonna...
Shields got lucky.
So Lawrence Van Hoopen's already electing to go to the line, and oh, they both just ram into each other. My god.
Oh. The first incident
You know.
of this with the pile-ups.
So what in the world now are the FIA meant to do? They made it, they have now made it so it's only 15 cars on the circuit at once, at max. But they still find a way to take each other out in a bigger way than they did last year.
One at a
That's
time from now
interesting.
on.
Yeah, so now we have 5 minutes, possibly one-shot qualifying because they're going to need to warm up the tyres. But this completely has ruined everyone's momentum. It has completely ruined everyone's run. In Monaco now, you'd have 16 minutes. They've only given 13 minutes. And you could see that they first of all wasted 2 minutes to begin with in the pit lane, which now they probably wish they didn't. It brought the time down. We were about to get a push lap in. That's why everyone was slowing down on this specific outlap. So the reason why everyone slowed down on that specific outlap was because the next lap was going to be the push.
Evidence.
Collecting the evidence.
This is what
my
was
God.
done.
Taking it to the FIA. Give a penalty for tomorrow.
Oh,
Session was in 1 minute.
woohoo!
They're checking if Kasper Stuka's car is fully okay.
I just thought of something really funny.
What?
Imagine a courtroom, but it's the FIA. And then you just have the lawyer holding up one of the tyres like, this is the evidence. Why are you struggling to hold it up? It's a tyre.
Oh my god. Hold on. We found MP Motorsports evidence. Stop.
Ooh.
Interesting. So they're getting ready to collect that. Rear wing shaking as well. I think the whole rear wing. Will they need to carry the whole car maybe?
Honestly, that's quite funny to see. It's like a police investigation. Like, but motorsport.
Here we go.
Oh,
Back
unsafe
out we go.
release.
Oh, be careful, Trident. Of Ramos, who's already He's already had some issues today and went into the gravel to bring out the red flag at the end of F3 practice. But here we go. This will now be 5 minutes remaining on the clock. And basically one run, maybe if they behave themselves and get on with it, maybe 2 laps, because really no one set a proper lap. So they can all get 2 laps in. But now the issue is, once again, they will all want the slipstream, they will all slow down and we'll have the same thing that we had on the last lap.
I think the only one who's set more than 1 lap is Max Esterson.
Yeah.
He set 2.
He went out on the circuit. He went out on the circuit a lap earlier. So he's basically gone out there on the circuit and done and completed the lap. So that means that he's got a lap time on the board if there is more red flags and there is more chaos. Let's hear from Luke Browning.
I can tell her. If you can, yes, but do not muck about with it. It's more important now, just do that. I think.
Yeah, that's the right.
Basically,
Now they're
please
debate-
don't repeat.
Don't repeat what everyone was just doing. If you are able to get the toe, brilliant. If you aren't, then everyone else will go for the toe. If you can get a lap in, it might be the only proper lap that anyone gets in the session. So sometimes even in this type of session, now everyone's got 1 lap. If everyone mucks about and no one gets a lap in, and everyone loses together.
Well, apart from 18.
Yeah, except Esterson. But yeah, then this would cause a huge issue for the FIA. They've come up with a different format. And we've had a crash already in Group A. Plus, we've also plus it's just not enough time. So I think they needed to do it like Monaco, where there's 16 minutes. They do Monaco has 16 minutes. This has 13. So there clearly wasn't enough time to actually give everyone a fair chance, and you're going to see plenty of red flags, meaning that it's constantly interrupted. And you can see right now they're having to just already push, even if the tires might not be the best, because they need to get a lap time on the board as well. So some may decide to push. Browning's also trying to take it a little bit easy at this stage, but under 3 minutes to go on the clock. This is now where it's going to get interesting.
That's weird. I just heard something move.
Well, this group then already had a bit of a disadvantage. We've had a car through the gravel just ahead of us, so a car going through. We'll wait for the World Feed to show us which car it is, but it's the car dishing out the slipstream to Luke Browning at this stage as well. Now, this is going to be important to see what the sector times are looking like, and and this is already an advantage for Group B. If they have a clean session, then these guys haven't got their tires warmed up, and it could assist Group B already automatically taking pole if they're able to get a clean lap in.
Just found a DVD.
Oh,
I didn't.
Interesting.
Where is it? What the?
Well, coming to the final corner is Luke Browning. But we're also going to see Max Esterson come across the line. Watch the timing page here. It's going to be with a lot of improvement. Max Esterson about to come over the line. He's already P1, but he'll hope to remain there. Luke Browning's going to try to take it away. Third place in the championship, goes ahead. What about Mary Boyer? He displaces Luke Browning. Great lap time from Mary Boyer. Leonardo Fornaroli as well, about to come over the line. The championship leader on home soil, Joshua Dufek, goes to the front of the field. Let's see whether Leonardo Fornaroli can respond. He is about to come across the line. Fornaroli's only in fourth. He is behind Browning, he's behind Boyer, and he's behind Dufek. Into Pruvazak goes to sixth. Ramos goes to third. What can Gabriele Mini do? He's got 1 point to Fornaroli in the championship. He comes across the line, and Mini goes ahead of both of his rivals. He goes to fourth, but it's Dufek for AIX, who's currently at the front of the field with over a minute to go.
Ooh. That's why he didn't have a great one.
Yep, he was the one who went off into the gravel trap. That explains that. But it's Dufek now at the front of the field, and who is going to be able to get round again? I think Luke Browning's pushing for it, and he's cashed onto the back of Max Esterson as well. 40 seconds to go on the clock. Browning's trying to respond. Let's see, and he's close. He's in there, 53 thousandths behind. Dufek getting towed around by Max Esterson as well. So Luke Browning, keep an eye on him. Boyer's going to have the chance to respond. So will Leonardo Fornaroli, who is setting the fastest sector, but Browning has been following so closely to Max Esterson. Fornaroli absolutely flying by 0.4 of a second. They've only been able to get 2 laps in. Is Browning backing out of it? Yes, he is. He's going to go for one late last lap. So Browning is backed out of it because he knows that he can go even quicker. Is he going to be able to make it to the line in time? He probably should be able to. Browning's going to come across the line. So Esterson goes to 10th. Browning will push on again. Boyer stays in second, but Leonardo Fornaroli flying in the first, flying in the second. Gabriele Mini's also improving as well, but nothing what we're seeing from Leonardo Fornaroli. The Italian driver comes across the line. Our championship leader hits the front of the field by nearly 5.5 of a second. Into Pruvazak, goes to 5th. Santiago Ramos improves right now to 2nd place. What can Gabriele Mini do? Can he take it away from Leonardo Fornaroli across the line? He can join him in the top 2 places. So it's Fornaroli, then it's Mini, but Browning will most likely still have the chance to respond to them all. And Luke Browning, that is exactly what he is going to be aiming for with the checker flag waving. It's Fornaroli, then Gabriele Mini, as we take a look at the replay of the VAR car making his way through that snow. Leon sliding all over the place and dipping also 2 tires into the gravel.
Note that for later.
Absolutely. So we're going to be seeing whether Smith will look off. That was the other VAR car, so both Van Amersfoort's going off the road, and is he going to come back on the road and interrupt the lap of Cian Shields? He did. What about Luke Browning then? All of these drivers in this run pushing on. They're trying to set another lap time then. As we make our way through, they are still allowed to set a lap time. Luke Browning improving in the first, nothing in the second sector. And you can see they're all trying to fight as well as we make our way to the parabolic. Mary Boy directly behind. Is there anything these drivers can do? No graphic has come up, so we're probably not going to expect anything, but still it was an improvement from Browning in the first sector. Has he been able to find anything right at the end? Checkered flag is waving, they come across the line. Estiston improves to 10th, Browning improves to 7th, Boyer improves his time, but still stays in 5th. But it's Leonardo Fornaroli, our championship leader, who has topped Group A, and now he's going to watch with the rest of us to see whether Group B can beat his time. Fantastic, Megan.
That was very good. They are quick round this, but I am noticing one consistent thing. Do you know that straight? Oh, phone alone.
Well done, Leo.
That straight, they keep going off at it. So I think we're going to see a lot of trouble with that throughout all of them.
Yes, seems like it's going to be crazy. And then, of course, we'll note down this time as well from Leonardo Fornaroli, 1 minute 38.287, and that was brilliant, delivering when he needs to, and it was brilliant stuff. Along with Gabriele Mini, who's still been able to get either to 3rd or 4th. We'll wait and see what the second group can do before we work that out. But he's still in the good. He's still in a good position.
Good, mate. 27. Wrong choice, mate. Wrong choice.
Regretting going slow now?
Browning, he's not in a good position though. He's 6 points back in the championship, and he's going to start lower down, hoping for some chaos. Mini has got a 1 point gap to Fornaroli. As it stands, it would go to 3 due to 2 points for pole. But we've still got Group B, so that can be taken away from Fornaroli as well. So at least Mini has guaranteed himself a row on the second row of the grid. So he's guaranteed himself that, meaning that he's definitely going to have the chance. And the gap still could be 1 point or 3 points, which in two Formula 3 races this weekend, it's absolutely doable.
It is.
So we'll watch first of all Group A just finish off, and then we'll get straight into Group B. And we will get an official time, hopefully, on when Group B is going to get underway due to the little red flag. We'll start a little bit later, most likely. They will get 13 minutes. And I wonder whether the teams will take a different approach this time. They wasted the first 2 minutes in the last session, other than Max Esterson. This time, do they all go out a bit early, get a lap on the board in case there are any mistakes? So,
I would.
We'll confirm the order for Group A in qualifying. Leonardo Fornaroli has topped the group, and he was 2.5 tenths ahead of Gabriele Mini. Santiago Ramos ending in 3rd. Then Dufek, Mari Boya, Chisano Polin to Pruvazak, Luke Browning, disappointment for the driver 3rd in the championship. And he will start much more further down now. So it's Visnicki, then Noah Leon, then Max Esterson, who was in 10th, then Cian Shield, Noah Stromstead on debut, Tommy Smith, no time for Stuka and Van Hoopen, because they both ran into each other, and they have got themselves a spot at the back, and maybe a penalty to come for tomorrow's race, which I doubt would make a difference, but it's the FIA, so they'll award it anyway.
They usually do.
Always the case. Always the case. Right, so now we just sit back and we wait for them to go back out on circuit for Group B this time. And a reminder of all the drivers that are competing in Group B. You've got Beganovic, Lindblad, two of the title contenders. You've got Mega Tunif, Traminitz, Dunn, Montoya Central, Charlie Rose, Zagazeta, Sophia Flörsch, Christian Mansell, another one of the championship contenders. Then Solov, Bedrin, Callum Boysen, and Joseph Loke. Those are all the drivers competing now in Group B, and it will be interesting to see that approach that they take as we look down at the Franco Colapinto banner, which was spelled wrong earlier this week.
That. They changed that real quick.
It was spelled wrong earlier this week, but now they've at least figured that out. Well, it's Colo Pinto rather than Collar Pinto.
They hired him so quick they didn't get a right name.
Yes. Expertly done by them. So.
I feel like I can just hear Logan Sargent somewhere, just thinking, I should be there.
Yep, he would definitely be hoping that, but that crash. Colapinto was contacted before the crash that Logan Sargent had at Zandvoort, but I think it was a contact for we might need you in the future. Then it became, well, yes, we do need you, and it was very late. So yeah, Zandvoort was the final straw for Logan Sargent as we get ready to begin. Group B now, and it's over to the other 15 drivers in the field. And we're going to work out whether it will be Group A or Group B on the even and odd side of the grid. So exciting conclusion to this session coming our way now, as we now wait for them to head out onto the circuit, unless they all want to take the calm approach once again, which it seems like they could be doing when it is time to get underway though. Green flags are out, time is ticking.
I'm just looking on Logan Sargent's Instagram on his latest post, and when you go to the comments, you know those suggested emojis bit? The last suggested emoji is a heartbroken emoji.
Oh my god. Poor Logan Sargent. Had it coming to him though. Well, I think a lot of people do forget that Logan Sargent did contend for the F3 title in this category in 2020, up against Oscar Piastri, up against Teo Porcher as well. He would have won the title. It wouldn't have been Piastri. He would have won that title, but he got taken out in the final race as well in the at Tuscany.
That seems right somehow.
Yeah. Arvid Lindblad though, driver has won 4 times this season. In one season, he has already equaled a record for most all-time wins. Let's see what he's going to be able to do at Monza. Let's hear from him.
But I think regardless of that, it will be messy with the toe and stuff, but we have to just try to keep it tidy. There won't be many laps, so delivering on each lap we get will be super crucial. I think also based on last year, I think they only did 1 lap in quali, so it's going to be so important to be delivering all the time, and then yeah, hopefully putting us in a good position.
Okay, why does he look like a mix between Lando Norris and Carlos Sainz?
Well, his nationalities are British and Indian. Those are, I think he's mixed slightly.
I can also see a little bit of Alexander Albon in him.
Indeed.
I was
So,
thinking about earlier, and I was just thinking, why does he look like him?
as Martina Stenson was banned earlier this season from a race due to participating at another event at the same track, that was at Silverstone, without permission from the FIA.
Oh, that's not good. Oh,
Even though it's a dumb rule.
that's so.
Yeah.
Mate, this is just crazy.
You know what's coming. Slipstream games about to start very soon. Well, we're waiting. It's 9 minutes 50. Come on, Group B. You guys are being very slow. We had Max Esterson go onto the circuit. These guys all want to chill and want to do a one-shot qualifying. So that's why I think 13 minutes was not a good time set from the FIA. Should have remained at 16. Because in 16 they were able to get a few laps. They were out there. They weren't wasting time. Right now they clearly aren't using these first few minutes. Zina Beganovic getting some support. He will need something. He's got an outside chance of the title. He will need something wild with the driver in his second year of Formula 3, part of the Ferrari driver program as well.
Huh. You're getting hiccups. I've just made Rice Krispies.
Lovely. Lovely stuff. Oh, goodness me. Right, we're waiting then for this session to begin. Looking down at the fans. Well, the session's already begun. We're just waiting for cars to actually do something on the circuit, what they're supposed to do. Sophia Flörsch looked very strong in practice. As Josh Roberts will be very happy about. So let's see what Sophia Flörsch is going to be able to do in this qualifying session. We'll be trying to beat a reminder if you are just joining us. It is a 2-part qualifying. Whoever will qualify, whichever group has the fastest time, whether that's Fornaroli or whether whoever tops this session, that will be first, third, fifth, and downwards. So they will be on the odd side, and then whoever is the slower group is going to be second, fourth, and of course downwards as well. So that's how that is going to work. Right now, the time to beat will be a 1 minute 38 for 1 minute 38.287. So that's what the drivers will all be trying to get on terms with, as they will just sit, prepare for what will be a critical qualifying session. Critical qualifying session, as I mentioned, for Beganovic, Lindblad, Mansell, 3 championship rivals with an outside chance. So they need to have it perfect here, especially when Fornaroli and Gabriele Mini will be starting on the first 2 rows of the grid.
Sorry, I just heard something really weird outside the commentary box.
Yeah.
Must have been someone out of the street just coughing really loudly.
Oh my god. Well,
They really sound like
me
they have
and-
something in their throat.
me and Josh and I'll get to laugh after this at Neil's cooling again. See how far off he's gonna be. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
A lot.
We've got cars heading on to the circuit. I did send you a bit of the Mechachrome meme
Oh
in
yeah,
DMs.
I laughed.
That has been created due to all of the issues that F2 has been having. In F3, they've got a new car, which is being released tomorrow, even though I've already got images of it, and I've already sent it to people. So, yeah. It's being released tomorrow, but they haven't done a good job of covering it, because they decided that they wanted to take the new car to Silverstone. And at Silverstone, they decided to test it when there's lots of cameras and all sorts going on.
Of
So,
all
yeah,
the places. I mean, not only did they take it to Silverstone of all places, but they took it next to Silverstone, which has a school next to it.
Yeah, not
Meaning
very
it's a
clever.
populated area.
Right, seems like we're going to be getting an interview. Dino Beganovic, the driver who is contending for the title in his 2nd year of FIA Formula 3, goes very well with the Prima outfit, and he will be hoping for something wild in the final race here at Monza. If he is able to find it, it will open the door. A possible championship charge. It will all start tomorrow if you can have a good sprint race, then followed with a good feature race, with also retirements from Mini, retirements from also Fornaroli as well as Browning. So he needs a lot to go his way, and we can now hear from his team boss, Rennie Rosen.
Slipstream, everybody's looking to get the right spot on the track, and having less cars on the track on the same times, anyway the problem will be there, that anybody would like to be the first one to keep the field behind. So we will see what will happen. Of course, we need to make and play in the best way as possible, and the drivers should not do any stupid things, because then we'll look bad for the championship as well. But I'm looking forward to a great quali.
Indeed. Interesting to hear from Rennie Rosen. We always hear from Rennie Rosen, a very experienced team boss, has taken lots of drivers up through the ranks. Here we go then, as Christian Mansell makes his way through the Parabolica, about to head down to the Rettifilio chicane. That is turn number 1, slightly wider this year. We'll see whether that works tomorrow when we go sprinting as well, as we make our way down the straight. Mansell towards turn number 1, still warming up those tyres, so not fully getting a lap underway, just getting a banker in right now.
You see, he should show Antonelli how not to crash at the Parabolica.
Oh god. Antonelli is going to be feeling quite a lot of pressure after that one. And I believe he has to wait till Mexico City till when he gets his FP1.
Well, at least it's a nicer track.
Yeah, his confidence is probably ruined as well later for F2, which is right after this session.
That's not good, Ben.
Which of course Josh Roberts will be back for. I'll cover the first few minutes while he wraps up MotoGP as well. Then we'll get the session underway as well. Dino Beganovic is battling for track position there, along with the AIX of Nikita Bedrin. So 4 minutes, 14 seconds to go on the clock. No one this time, like Max Esselstyn did in Group A, has a time on the board. So this is where it all matters. This is where it comes down to getting a lap time on the board for all of these drivers. They cannot afford a red flag.
Is this in a pit lane? Is this an unsafe release? Yes.
Oh, that is
Bedrin.
going to be void.
Unsafe release. Yep.
It has been.
That's been noted, as Alex Bundle momentarily says in the background. So that's been noted, and
There was like
here we
2 of
go
them.
again. Here we go
Oh,
again.
no.
They're all backing up. Well, we're about to get some
Place your
picture
bets.
shots when we make our way to the parabolic. Here we go, Megan.
Oh.
Mansell's backing off.
Right
No one's
there.
wanting to overtake.
Yet again, it's an orange car.
Yes, this time we have two orange cars in this one. We've got two McLaren Juniors, as you can see, and we can see them all battling once again. Oh, they're going to be able to avoid contact this time around. Megatune going to the very wide line. Look at them all following Christian Mansell. Oh my God, they're all following Christian Mansell like a snake.
Oh, they
2
just
minutes to go, guys.
show us the way. It's like an antline.
Well, Formula 2's got 22 cars. So they did it for Formula 3, but Formula 2's got 22 cars. Right, I think Mansell knows now. He's got to get on with it, or is he? Well, he got on the power slightly.
No, he
Mansell's going to be at a disadvantage. He is a championship contender. He absolutely needs to now get on with it. He's got no other choice. He slowed down as much as he could. No one passed him. And it's Mansell who will lead us away then with absolutely no slipstream.
Took him long enough.
Well, Mansell leading over the line as well. Solov in behind, and the lap times that are being recorded 2 minutes 35. That was the best one recorded last time around for Group B. That's how slow they were. All in the last sector, you can see a huge train of them dueling it down towards the Rettifilia chicane. Christian Mansell now pushing on through the Cara Grande. Solov will also be responding over the line soon as well, so it'll be interesting to see how he is going to be able to get on. Solov's already beaten it, as you can see, in the middle part of the lap, so he is going very, very nicely indeed as we now make our way down towards Lismo 1 first of all, and Solov getting himself a little bit closer towards Christian Mansell on this lap so far.
Do you know? Oh, yellow.
Yellow flags are out. Who has found the wall? Has anyone gone into the gravel? 1 minute 36 to go. Is everyone going to be able to find a clean way round at the end? It's Mansell. Solov pushing on. Yellow flags are in the first and second sector. Do they let this one continue? Has everyone made their way through? Solov closing in with the slipstream on Christian Mansell. And Solov is setting the fastest second sector at this stage of the session. And you can see that he's already trying as well to... Is he backing out of it? That could be risky. He has backed out. That's risky. Oh, they're all backing out of it. But now this is the issue. This is the issue. The yellow flags are out. The yellow flags are out. And this is risky now. The red flag should come out any second. Can Stenchon... Oh, that is the AIX car that has lost it off. That seems like one of the AIX cars has lost it. That would be Zagazetto who's lost it. Stenchon's got on with it. If we get a red flag, Stenchon could have this. Martinez Stenchon comes across the line and he's going to go to the front of the field. Green flags are back out, so everyone gets to push again.
Also,
lovely.
You cannot tell me that the drivers do not do an evil laugh when they back up the field.
Well, Mansell is not going to be fast this time around, so it's Dunn, Alex Dunn going provisionally to the front of the field. It's a 1 minute 38.8 for him, so they still got to find improvement. Megatune running wide through the Rettifilia chicane as well, but it's 42 thousandths of a second between Dunn and Megatune. Dunn currently looking at a front row start, but it would not be pole because he is still sitting behind the lap that we've seen of Leonardo Fornaroli. This lap is going to be crucial in deciding who is going to be starting on pole position.
Yeah, but could also take one of them off. Let's face it.
Yep. Absolutely. They're all dancing the cars all the way to the edge. And Nikola Solov makes his way through. Is there anyone finding an improvement then at the end? Is there anyone who can try and take it away? We'll wait to see. Stenchon is down in the first sector. It's a yellow first sector. Not surprised when he's not getting a toe this time around. But he's only just under 2 tenths off. And I believe we had a lap time deleted as well. So Mansell, Bedrin, Loke, Zagazetto's dived it in. Still need to make a pit stop. Timing screen currently purple as Stenchon tries to break the slipstream. It seems like it's a race down towards the Parabolica as Mansell makes the move. Mansell looks down the inside in the background. Is he going to be able to get through? He had to back out of that one. And Mansell's now trying to make the move in the background. What a absolutely bizarre Formula 3 qualifying session it's been. And we're about to call them over the line now with Martinez Stenchon trying to take away pole position now from Dunn. Solov comes across the line. He goes into fourth. He gets dropped down as Montoya goes to third. Mansell to fourth. Then it's Beganovic to fifth. Lindblad can only manage eighth. That's disappointment for the driver that is fourth in the championship. Bedrin goes to 11th. Make that 12th now because Joseph Loeb has moved up to 7th position. And is there anyone else to come across the line? We are still waiting for Megatune as well. He's the driver who's currently in second place. Is he going to be able to push round once again. If not, then that will be pole position for Leonardo Fornaroli with Alex Dunn alongside Megatunus in the pit lane. So that is it. That is it. A 1 minute 38.8 was not good enough to beat Leonardo's Fornaroli lap of a 1 minute 38.287, and it means the championship leader and home favourite goes into the feature race on Sunday with pole position and 2 points that go with it as well.
That is impressive. No one's able to beat the time, and this is how the crash happened.
Yeah. Spun. Well, lucky not to beat it.
Yeah,
Zagazeta was able to get out of it.
Oh, that's dangerous. That's his teammate too, I think.
Yes, that was his teammate indeed. Megatunif going off through the Retafilio as well. Well, able to secure it, Leonardo Fornaroli then, and he's going to start on pole. Great performance from Alex Dunder, we have to say, in second as well. Then it will be Gabriele Mini, then it will be Megatunif, then it will be Ramos, Montoya, Mansell, Dufek, Beganovic, and then Mari Boyer as well. You can see, of course, it's been a very wild Formula 3 qualifying session. And when we look, let's hear from Alex Dunn first of all.
Oh my god. I'm not going to overreact, but it's about time, eh? The race is a different story, but one last weekend to show who I am.
Lovely. He needed to prove himself. He absolutely did. Fantastic to see. Well, Megatunif got second in this group. That will be fourth for the race coming up tomorrow. And if we take a look at the whole order, we're going to see Arvid Lindblad down in 17th. Such a disappointment. Luke Browning in 13th, and that's also terrible for him because he's missed out on reverse grid pole for tomorrow. That is horrible. Stanopol into Pruvizak will be alongside Tim Travanitz as it stands. We'll confirm the full classification for Group B. It was Alex Dunn who ended up fastest of Group B. Then Semi Megatunif, Sebastian Montoya in third, Christian Mansell, Dino Beganovic, Tim Travanitz, Joseph Loke, Nicola Solov, Arvid Lindblad fourth in the championship, only down in ninth. Stenshorn led the final laps over the line, and he didn't get a slipstream, which meant he couldn't find an improvement on his time. Callum Boysen, then Nikita Bedrin, Charlie Wers, Sophia Flörsch with the slowest time of everyone that had set a proper lap, Zagazeta right at the back as well. Well, an interesting qualifying session for Formula 3 then, but I wouldn't really say this two-part quali really did work around Monza at least. It was an absolute nightmare. Still, and it was even worse. In my opinion, it was even worse than previous years when we had all 30 on the grid on the track. So
it looked like a nightmare. It looked like a nightmare for the moment. It was so funny.
Yeah, that was a wild session, but in my opinion, that did not work. They're gonna need to come up with something else if they want to stop that happening again. So, Megan, what's your final thoughts from Formula 3 qualifying?
I think it's gonna be chaos in the sprint and race.
Well, Formula 3 has its biggest brawl of the year around this circuit. Hopefully it will be the case once again. But in the end, Fornaroli beat Dunn, then Mini, Megatunif, Ramos, Montoya, Mansell, Dufek, Beganovic. Mari Boyer will be the top 10 when we add them all up. This is provisional, of course. We still yet to see the official result with penalties. Then it will be Tim Travanitz into Pruvizak with pole position for the sprint tomorrow. Then Browning, Joseph Loke, Nicola Solov, Risnicki, Arvid Lindblad, Noah Leon, Martina Stenshorn, Max Estenson, Cian Shields, Callum Boysen, Noah Stormstead on debut, then Nikita Bedrin, Charlie Wers, Tommy Smith, Kasper Stuka, Sophia Flörsch, Matthias Zagazeta, and Lawrence Van Hoopen would be at the back. That is without any of the penalties though, and I'm sure we'll see some penalties coming in as well. But from Formula 3, are we able to wrap up now, Megan?
Well, I know the buttons for it. Joshua has just said, want to swap for a few. It's like, hold on, just him typing.
Well, okay. Well, if you want me to, I can continue on for a bit. Whatever you're happy with.
Okay, yeah, he wants to swap, so, okay.
I'll continue on for a bit then. Well, yeah,
right,
fantastic Formula 3.
Bye from me.
Yes, bye from Megan. Thank you very much, Megan, for commentating this session as well. But when I say we have the biggest brawl, go watch the highlights from last year of the Formula 3 feature race. Absolutely dramatic, absolutely crazy, lovely stuff. But yeah, in my opinion, this qualifying format did not really work. They need to try come up with something else. Either it's 30 cars, but this did not work. 30 minutes were too where 13 minutes was too small of an amount, and still the slipstreaming happened. We had a crash as well, so everything happened in this Formula 3 qualifying session. So not much of an improvement with half the grid. So we'll wait for Joshua Birch, and then we'll be able to wrap up the qualifying session from Formula 3, and it will be an interesting grid for tomorrow's race. I think with Fornaroli and Dunn showing what he is capable of as well, and also we weren't able to see Dunn get close to the lap of Fornaroli just due to how interrupted some of the groups were as well, meaning that there was definitely a huge struggle for the drivers to get a lap time, and you would usually expect Group B to have the better advantage due to the better track, but they didn't have it because they all messed up. Hello, Joshua Birch.
Why didn't Megan just put you on 5 and 6? Honestly. Anyway, do you want to wrap up? Well, I've got to head back.
Yes, absolutely. I'll quickly wrap up. Well, I've said everything I need to. I'll wrap up once again. So, fantastic qualifying session, interesting sprint, and feature race coming up tomorrow. To sign up on into Prix on pole for the sprint, Fornaroli on pole for the feature race. We'll see you tomorrow when we run our final sprint of the year. Goodbye.